Sign 5. What your appetite is really telling you. Losing interest in food might seem normal, but it's actually one of the most concerning signs that your body is in decline. A healthy appetite in your 70s is a strong indicator of vitality, while a shrinking appetite can signal serious health issues. Your appetite is a reflection of your metabolic health, hormonal balance, and your body's overall function. When you lose your appetite, your body stops getting the nutrients it needs to maintain muscle mass and fight off disease. Consider Grace and Evelyn, both 79. Grace still enjoys her meals. She eats a variety of colorful vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. She maintains a stable weight and has energy to stay active. Evelyn has noticed that food doesn't appeal to her anymore. She skips breakfast, eats very little, and has lost weight over the past year. Her muscles are deteriorating, and her immune system is weakening. Research shows that unintentional weight loss in older adults is one of the strongest predictors of mortality. People who lose more than 5% of their body weight without trying have dramatically higher death rates. Appetite declines for many reasons: decreased sense of taste and smell, dental problems, digestive issues, medications, depression and loneliness, or underlying diseases. Without adequate nutrition, your body breaks down muscle tissue, your immune system becomes compromised, and your organs don't function properly. Protein is especially critical. Your body needs more protein to maintain muscle mass, but many older adults don't eat enough. So what can you do? Talk to your doctor to rule out medical conditions. Make eating more enjoyable. Eat with others. Focus on nutrient-dense foods. Smoothies can pack in fruits, vegetables, protein powder, and nut butter. Eat smaller, more frequent meals. Instead of 3 large meals, have 5 or 6 smaller ones. Add flavor with herbs and spices. Stay hydrated and stay physically active. Regular movement actually increases appetite. Your eating habits today directly affect your strength and longevity. If you've noticed declining interest in food, don't brush it off. Sign 6. How stress is silently shortening your life. Stress isn't just emotional, it's physical, and how you handle stress after 70 can directly influence how many years you have left. Chronic stress is linked to heart disease, stroke, cancer, and dementia. People who manage stress tend to live longer, while those who carry stress age faster. When you experience stress, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones help with short-term threats. But when stress becomes chronic, they wreak havoc. High cortisol increases inflammation, damages blood vessels, raises blood pressure, weakens your immune system, and disrupts your sleep. Think about George and Arthur, both 74. George has faced challenges, but he's learned to manage stress. He practices deep breathing, stays connected with friends, and doesn't dwell on things he can't control. Arthur carries stress everywhere he worries, constantly feels anxious, and has withdrawn from social activities over time. George's body remains resilient. Arthur starts experiencing health problems. His blood pressure climbs, his sleep worsens, and he develops digestive issues. Research shows that chronic stress accelerates aging at the cellular level. Stress shortens telomeres, the protective caps on your chromosomes. Shorter telomeres mean faster. Aging stress also contributes to cognitive decline, but stress itself isn't the enemy. It's how you respond to it. So how can you better manage stress? Recognize that you can't control everything, but you can control how you react. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Just 10 minutes a day can lower cortisol levels. Physical activity is one of the best stress relievers. Exercise releases endorphins. Social connection is critical. Talk to friends or family. Laughter reduces stress hormones. Find purpose through hobbies, volunteering, or helping others. And if you're struggling, seek help. There's no shame in talking to a counselor. Stress will always be part of life, but how you handle it is up to you. Learning to manage stress today might add years to your life. Sign 7. The power of connection. Why loneliness could be your biggest threat. Loneliness is a serious health risk. Researchers have found that social isolation is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. People with strong social connections live longer, have better mental health, and stronger immune systems. Those who are isolated have higher rates of heart disease, depression, and early death. We're wired for connection. When you interact with others, your brain releases oxytocin, which reduces stress. Social engagement keeps your mind active and your sense of purpose strong. Consider Dorothy and Shirley. Both 80. Dorothy has cultivated rich social connections. She has close friends, attends a weekly book club, volunteers, and calls her family. Often she feels connected and engaged. Shirley has gradually withdrawn. Many friends have passed away. She doesn't reach out to family much. She spends most days alone and feels lonely over time. Dorothy continues to thrive. Shirley starts to decline. Her mood darkens, her cognitive function slips, and her health deteriorates. Loneliness triggers negative effects. It increases inflammation, raises blood pressure, weakens immunity, and accelerates cognitive decline. But it's never too late to rebuild connections. Reach out to old friends, call someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Join groups or clubs, look for activities that interest you. Volunteer. Helping others is one of the best ways to feel connected. Use technology. Video calls can help you stay connected with family. Be intentional. Don't wait for others to reach out. Attend community events. Many towns have senior centers with social programs, and if you're feeling deeply lonely, talk to a professional. The relationships you nurture today help ensure you stay healthier and alive longer. Sign 8. Your mental sharpness and cognitive resilience. Your brain health after 70 is one of the strongest predictors of how long and how well you'll live. Cognitive decline affects your ability to make decisions, manage your health, and live independently. People who maintain sharp minds tend to live longer. Your brain needs to be challenged to stay healthy. When you stop learning, your brain starts to atrophy, neural connections weaken, and cognitive abilities decline. Think about William and Charles, both 76. William reads every day, does puzzles, and recently started learning piano. He stays informed and engages in thoughtful conversations. Charles watches TV most of the day, doesn't read much, and rarely challenges his thinking. He's noticed his memory isn't what it used to be. He forgets names and appointments over time. William's mind stays sharp. Charles begins to struggle more. He becomes confused more easily. Cognitive decline is linked to poor cardiovascular health, lack of mental stimulation, chronic stress, social isolation, and poor sleep. But cognitive decline is not inevitable. Stay mentally active, challenge your brain, learn new skills, do puzzles, play strategy games, exercise regularly. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain. Eat a brain healthy diet. The Mediterranean diet protects against cognitive decline. Manage cardiovascular risk factors, control blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. Stay socially engaged. Get quality sleep. Limit alcohol and avoid smoking. Manage stress and stay curious. If you've noticed memory problems, talk to your doctor early. Intervention makes a difference. Your cognitive health today determines your independence and longevity tomorrow. Final thoughts. Everything connects now. You know, the 8 critical signs that can reveal how long you might live after 70. Your walking speed, your grip strength, your balance, your sleep quality, your appetite, your stress management, your social connections, and your cognitive health. But these signs aren't set in stone. They're a roadmap. The beauty is that almost all of them can be improved. You have more control over your longevity than you think. Yes, genetics play a role, but your daily choices matter. Even more, you can't change your age, but you can change how you age. Start today. Don't wait for a crisis. Walk. More strength in your body. Challenge your balance. Prioritize sleep. Eat well. Manage stress. Stay connected and keep your mind active. Every single one of these actions compounds over time. Small, consistent efforts today lead to dramatic differences years from now. And remember, longevity isn't just about living longer. It's about living better. It's about staying independent, maintaining your dignity, and experiencing life fully. So take a moment right now. Which of these 8 signs resonated with you? Which areas need improvement? And what's one thing you can do today to start moving in the right direction? Because your future isn't written, yet you're writing it right now with every choice you make. Thank you for watching. If you found this valuable, please leave a comment below and share one insight that stood out to you. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who needs this message and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Your support means everything. Thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. What if I told you that your body is already showing you exactly how many years you have left, and most people are completely missing the signs right now? As you're watching this, your body is giving off subtle signals, powerful indicators that researchers have spent decades studying, signals that can predict with surprising accuracy whether you'll live another 5 years, 10 years, or possibly make it past 90. The scary part, most people ignore these warnings until it's too late. They assume feeling tired, losing strength, or slowing down is just normal aging. But here's the truth. It's not just aging. It's your body waving a red flag, trying to tell you something critical about your future. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll discover 8 clear indicators that reveal how long you might live after 70. These aren't random guesses. They're backed by real science and real patterns observed in thousands of people who've lived long, vibrant lives. And more importantly, you'll learn exactly what you can do starting today to shift the odds in your favor. So let's dive in. Sign 1. How fast do you move when no one's watching? The speed at which you walk across a room could be predicting your lifespan. Right now, sound dramatic. It's not. Science. Researchers have discovered that walking speed is one of the most reliable predictors of longevity in people over 70. Your walking pace isn't just about your legs. It's a window into your entire body's health. Your heart needs to pump blood efficiently. Your lungs need to deliver oxygen. Your muscles need to fire correctly, and your brain needs to coordinate every step. When any of these systems start declining, your walking speed slows down. Imagine 2 neighbors, David and Michael, both 73 years old. David walks his dog every morning at a brisk, steady pace. He doesn't shuffle when he needs to cross the street before the light changes. He does it with ease. Michael used to keep up with David, but over the past couple of years, he's slowed down considerably. He takes smaller steps, shuffles a bit, and finds himself needing to pause and catch his breath. What Michael doesn't know, his declining walking speed is a measurable warning sign that his cardiovascular system, his muscle mass, and his balance are all declining faster than they should be. Studies have shown that people who maintain a walking speed of at least 1 meter per second in their 70s have significantly longer life expectancies than those who walk slower. But here's the encouraging part. Walking speed is something you have control over. Start walking more often, even if it's just around your house. Focus on maintaining good posture, keeping your head up, and taking purposeful strides. Don't shuffle. Incorporate strength training. Simple exercises like standing up from a chair without using your hands can rebuild the muscle strength needed for a faster pace tomorrow morning when you walk. Notice your pace. Are you stepping with confidence, or have you unconsciously slowed down? Your walking speed right now might be telling you more about your future than any doctor's appointments. 9.2. The handshake test that predicts your future. Squeeze your hand into a tight fist as hard as you can. How strong does it feel? Researchers have found that grip strength is one of the most powerful biomarkers of overall health and longevity in older adults. Your grip strength is a reflection of your total muscle mass. When your grip weakens, it's often the first sign that you're losing muscle mass throughout your body. Weaker muscles mean you're more likely to fall, and low muscle mass means lower metabolic rate, poorer blood sugar control, and reduced ability to fight off illness. Consider Helen and Dorothy, both 75. Helen has always done light resistance training. She uses hand grippers, works in her garden, and regularly carries her own groceries. When you shake Helen's hand, you notice the firmness. Dorothy stopped doing physical work. Years ago, she struggles to open jars, has difficulty holding a book, and when you shake her hand, there's barely any pressure. Studies have shown that people with the weakest grip strength have up to 50% higher mortality risk compared to those with the strongest grips. One study followed over 140,000 people and found that every 5 kilogram decrease in grip strength was associated with a 16% increased risk of death. But you can rebuild your grip strength. Start with a tennis ball, squeeze it firmly for 5 seconds, then release. Repeat this 10 to 15 times with each hand, several times a day. You can also use hand grippers, carrying bags, when you shop can help too. Right now, squeeze your hand as tight as you can. Does it feel strong or weaker than it used to? If you noticed weakness, don't ignore it. Sign 3. Can you stand on one foot for 10 seconds? Balance is something most of us take for granted until we can't stand on one leg anymore. Recent research found that the inability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is associated with nearly double the risk of death within the next decade. A 10-second test that you can do right now can tell you something profound about your health. Maintaining balance requires coordination of multiple systems: your inner ear, your vision, your muscles, and your brain. When any of these decline, your balance suffers. Let me tell you about Thomas and Edward both. 77. Thomas does yoga twice a week and practices balance exercises. He can easily stand on one foot for 20 seconds. Edward stopped exercising regularly and recently feels unsteady when he tries to stand on one leg. He immediately starts wobbling and has to grab onto something. What Edward doesn't understand is that his poor balance is a warning sign. Falls are the leading cause of injury and death in people over 70. Poor balance indicates declining muscle strength, reduced coordination, and often cognitive decline. But balance can be improved every day. When you brush your teeth, lift one foot off the ground and hold it there. Start with a few seconds and keep practicing. Another great exercise is heel-to-toe walking. Walk in a straight line, placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other. Tai Chi is also excellent for balance. Here's your challenge. Stand up and try to lift one foot off the ground. Hold it for 10 seconds. Can you do it without grabbing onto something? Sign 4. Your sleep could be stealing years from your life. How you sleep at night is directly connected to how long you'll live. Poor sleep after 70 can accelerate aging and increase your risk of chronic diseases. Sleep is when your body does its most important repair work. During deep sleep, your brain clears out toxic proteins, your immune system strengthens, your cells regenerate, and your cardiovascular system recovers. When you don't sleep well, all of these processes are disrupted. Imagine Patricia and Linda, both 76. Patricia has a consistent sleep routine, sleeps for about 7 hours, and wakes up feeling refreshed. Linda tosses and turns, wakes up multiple times, and doesn't feel rested in the morning. Over time, Patricia's body continues to function optimally. Linda starts experiencing more health problems. Her blood pressure creeps up, her memory becomes foggy, and she feels exhausted. One major study found that people over 70 who regularly sleep less than 5 hours or more than 9 hours per night have significantly higher mortality rates. The sweet spot is between 7 and 8 hours of quality sleep, but it's not just about duration. It's about quality. Sleep apnea is a serious concern. It causes you to stop breathing repeatedly during the night. The signs include loud snoring, gasping for air, morning headaches, and excessive daytime sleepiness. If you experience these, get tested. So, what can you do? Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Make your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed. Limit caffeine after noon. Get natural sunlight in the morning, and stay physically active. Deep breathing or meditation can calm your mind. If you've tried everything and still can't sleep well, talk to your doctor. Your sleep tonight is affecting how long you'll live. If you're still watching, please comment number 4 below too. Let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications now. Let's continue.